like this notification, new managing moderators can. Okay, we're gonna close that. That's a little distracting when you're first like, hi, it's Mara. Welcome. It's Mara's morning macchiato. I don't know if I'm gonna flub that up or what have you, but welcome, welcome, welcome. Please let me know. Please let me know that you can hear me if you're on here. You probably can because I just started on here. Um, I'm thinking about going live every morning. Well, no, I'm not thinking about going live every morning. That's the point. So, like this, we're going live because we're just kicking it off. And I think we're going to start doing more, what do you call it? Like up to date. Okay. I was going to go ahead and record a bunch of this just to get it out of the way. I don't think we're going to do that. I don't think we're going to record more than like maybe a week in advance so that we can stay up to date. But today's subject, as you can tell, is how to never be lied to again. And I'm absolutely trying to sell you, yes, you, on my course that's coming up, right? I'm doing pre-sales for my course. I want to see who's interested, how many are interested versus making the course and then trying to desperately sell it. We're not here. We're here to be efficient, right? Capricorn's in the house. Okay, so check it out. I'm like, we have the other mic here. Interesting. That's always like a sign. There's always a sign right around the corner. Let's go ahead and talk about this deck. This is the Kim Kranz deck. This is the deck that we're going to be working with. This is my oldest one. I have the tiny, tiny version. And this is actually two of the decks put together. So this is the pocket version. Two decks put together. Why I use this I'll be doing a long form divorce read. So if you're interested, oh, we got somebody in here. We got somebody. I'm like, that's not good. If you're interested in learning card reading and everything like that, I will definitely make recommendations. But other than that, hello. I can't really see who's in here because I've got some like things going on here for this really hot gym guy, and this is weird. Uh-oh. And these are the horrors of going live. So let's go. Sorry. I'm like, oh, there's nobody in here. Now there's 27 of you. Okay, so we're actually going to, like, I'm not going to do individual reads. I'm definitely going to give you a link when I'm opening those up, and we can definitely go down that route. I will squirrel out. I'm ADHD, and so right now I just want to let you know what I'm trying to let you know, and then if you want to come back on a little later, then that's great. I think the internet is like kind of like woo, over here as well. We just went from 27 to 17, or I'm just that boring. Let's see here. Can you ask me something? Are you going to fix that tooth? I am eventually. Did you want to send a donation to help me go ahead and do that? Or did you want to just sit on your couch and point your finger at somebody that dares to get live and be trolled by you? So, okay. But here's the thing, is you want to talk about my tooth and I want to talk about what a horrible person you are, right? Because who goes on the internet and does that? You. Mm. So, Kim Kranz, if you don't get this deck, you don't have to know about tarot. You don't have to know. If you can understand, you can get it through that thick brain of yours, tooth man or tooth lady. You can basically profile anybody that you want to. You don't need to know tarot. You don't need to know oracles. You just have to understand how animals work, right? And so I use the Kim Kranz. This is like my number one for when it comes to profiling. I charge $100 an hour. So um, somebody went in there with the like the little gut punch, and I'm like, that's right. Did you want to see it up close? Yeah. What I love about this deck is it also has mystical energy in it as well. And I'm not much of a mystic, But the universe will always wink its eye when you're down the right path. So if you're starting to see like number patterns and all that other good stuff, then I definitely think that you might be tapping into, I would say, universal energies. And if you come at me and say, oh my God, she's such a witchy woo and this, that, and the other, if you don't believe that God created the universe and like planets and stars and put meaning behind that, then you can go ahead and click off. Okay, so let's go down the route of how to find out. So if you can really think about, like, I mean, seriously, if I grew up on a lot of National Geographic, so animals have always been something that I've resonated with, right? It's like something that you can't really take away, especially like even like they're like you can't watch secular shows, but you can watch a well, I know what a cheetah does when it's in the upright, when it's doing what it's supposed to do. And I know what a fox is doing. That's the one thing that I learned. A moth, right? We've got earth, air, element, fire, all of those things, right? So we're not going into woo here. That this is why we're starting with this deck. Because if you don't believe that God created animals and animal archetypes, which means just how they behave because they're that animal, then you can also click off. Okay. So we're just dealing with animals here. We're dealing with cardboard pieces of paper or cardstock, if you want to get really like nitty gritty, along with artists that have put it's just artwork on cards. So let's just stick there. You don't need to know about tarot. Honestly, I rarely use tarot in my investigative because I'm going to teach you, right? We got a whole investigative, like, this is a real thing, y'all. This is a real thing. You don't have to be psychic in order to be an excellent card reader. You also don't have to be the most prolific tarot reader to be an excellent card reader. You don't have to know much about anything in order to find out if your person is cheating on you or not. So, let's just go with Meg the Stallion. Okay. Was Clay, whatever his name, because I hardly do celebrity, is he, let's say, like, well, I'm not going to sit in her energy. This is where I just want to give everybody this card deck. Are they cheating on me? In 3 cards. If I were sitting in Meg the Stallion's energy, okay, so I sit in there, I could say, is Clay cheating on me? I'm gonna, and here we go. We go past, present, future. You don't have to. You make up your own rules. You can write on your own cards. You don't have to use these cards. I'm just giving you a jumping off point where you don't have to learn tarot, because tarot, honestly, when it comes to investigative reads, is just supplemental. It just it pads out the base, right? I give guarantees. So if you want to learn, or you can come here and you control, but if you want to learn how to actually earn a living from flipping cards, but, I mean, cold cases, anything. No one can lie to you. I mean, they can, right? But they can't get away with it. So someone can say, I didn't this, that, and the other, and it's like devil, witch, whatever it is. Like, it's just, but I like to start with animals. Everybody can, at least, whether you like them or not, I've never pet a cheetah before, but I have in my head what a cheetah does, or an elephant, right? Or a dragonfly. I know their pattern of movement. So, like, hang on to me. Okay, hang on here. Okay, hang on. So here we go. If I'm sitting in Megan the Stallion's energy, is Clay, my boyfriend, cheating on me? Okay, we're gonna get one card here. Hang in there. Ooh, we got the elephant. What does an elephant? If there's a lot of people, I don't know if you're old enough or whatever, but what's the one thing about, obviously, it being very large? Uh, Elephants have a very long memory. Okay. I don't know anything about celebrity culture. I've heard about this whole thing because I've just been on the YouTube space and everything like that. And what I love about this card is, like, well, it's not like, oh, it takes one to know one, but this talks about memory. What was his past? I heard from basically whoever's been, pontificating upon it for the past 5 days of, like, ha ha ha, she got cheated on, right? Y'all are awesome. Excuse me. Or it's like, I just, she's a person too, right? But I have heard that he was a prolific cheater. And play, I mean, hello, can we say athlete? I don't want to, right? Stereotype. Athletes, surgeons, cops, military, they all have that God complex. Go watch. I didn't get all that myself. Antoine, he's a dating coach for Black and brown women. Your fairy godfather. I don't date. He's fabulous. Catch print. I had to like look all these things up because I don't even know what's going on. I have like the Urban Dictionary is like, and Shazam. Anyways, so first card that comes out, is he cheating on you? Well, let's look at his past. What has his pattern been? Right? Like just because he's dating a superstar, even though he's one in his own right, does that mean that he's going to be any less faithful than he was in the past? So like let's go ahead and look at like the already not pink flags, but red flags that are like swimming in his past, okay? So, I'm sitting in Meg the Stallion's energy, right? And now this is present, well not present because but like I'm in that time, right? Like we're just going back there. This is how we do remote viewing too. So I was just actually watching something about this, and if you want to get into remote viewing, you can come across like a property and describe something that wasn't there before or was there ahead of time, right? Like the timeline, it's the energy of the property. So you can get very specific when you're like, okay, there was let's say there was something like in the CIA files and this, that, and the other of like somebody that did a remote viewing and it was talking about a swimming pool in Palo Alto. Okay, you can go look it up. And they were like, but I just saw a bunch of water tanks around it. And they're like, well, there aren't any water tanks around it. Well, 40 to 50 years before that, there were. Right. So you can get, and this is where I come, I'm not coming from this, like, I'm so cool. I'm a remote viewer. Like it's something that completely, pardon my mic, that I was just asked to do and then ended up being really good at it because I wasn't looking and I wasn't searching and I wasn't training for it, if that makes any sense. And if you're really interested, honestly, if you want to get into, and we're going to talk about this because I'm the first person to say I'm not psychic. I have a lot of different things that I feel that I've inherited from people, but like I'm just really good at mastering flow. And when you master flow, you can tap into all of the eight clairs, right? It's not me being psychic and saying that I'm this and I'm the chosen one. Oh, well, let's not go down the spiritual narcissism. We're actually going to go down there. But if you stick with the morning macchiatos, you're gonna get a rant or two. But something along those lines of where we're just trying to take this down to basics. I'm not tapping into Lucifer and up, my firstborn children. It's like there's nothing to that. These are pieces of paper that have intention. Intention because it's a card that has a gazelle on it. What does a gazelle do? It runs fast. It's also prey. It's not predator, right? Like you can just pick up off of that, and then the more that you educate yourself, the larger vocabulary that you get, the more that you get out of your zip code, the more that you empathize, not just sympathize with people, the more that you just become less racist and realize that it's okay that you are because of where you came from, but that you can change. Because I will tell you one thing, you better click the fuck off of my channel, right? I love a person that'll treat whatever, Mexican, black, white, whatever, everybody's racist in their own right until you're on a plane, right? And that plane's going down, and the only person that can save anybody on that plane is the person that you just treated like shit just because of the we all bleed red, right? And I'm going to shove it down your throats, you mofos. Okay? So, back to our regular scheduled. Yes, my hair is greasy. Why? Because it's going to be fresh and clean later on. Oh my gosh, y'all are so petty. Why don't you get up in the morning and let people see you in the morning? Mm. I am not going to say that I'm going to. I am sitting in her energy, but she's like, I've been through worse. So if I was sitting in her energy, not present tense, but mid tense. How about that? Because this, like I told you, was the past tense. I'm here to teach you, not entertain you. If you find me entertaining, if you find that you like to troll, go fuck yourself. I am here to show you how a simple pack of cards can save your fucking life. Self defense. Energy doesn't lie, subconscious doesn't lie. Somebody can say something to your face, you go pull a card, and they're fucking the bitch next door. Period. Point blank. And you can pull that card over and over and over again. You don't have to go to them and tell them. I'm not telling you to go and people say, I had a dream. I pulled a card. This is what it means to me. And you are the devil. No, this is how to navigate. When I say self-defense, I'm talking about you've got a narcissistic partner. Maybe you're dating a cop, right? And all of his cop friends are all on board and this, that, and the other. And they can surveil you if they're military. They can all these things. How to get yourself out of danger with a pack of cards. That's what I'm talking about. So if you're a nasty gram and you're on here going on and saying all the things, you're the person that's scared the most of being taken out by a deck of cards of animals, because that's what you are. Okay? So we've got the elephant. We already have, right? Like national history. Like so first of all, right, you're not going to fix him. Your wealth, your ass, your knees, Megan, was never going to make and you know what I love about this being biracial? They call it evil. There's like a gram or a meme or whatever that word is, or a thing, an anagram, something along that, like something about like evil shows up as being light skinned. I've been so out of like the blackosphere. Right? All you have to do is go to church on a Sunday all day long. What? Your collard greens aren't that fucking good. Sorry. And neither are your Eastern Star, Mason, misogynistic motorcycle. Like, oh, where are okay, starfish. Yeah. It was, ooh. Well, first of all, if anybody knows anything about a starfish, it can be blown to smithereens and regenerate if you get one piece. This is what I like about her. One piece. But that's where it was. She saw that they could grow together. She was broken down. I don't know. Again, I don't do celebrity culture, right? Like, I just know, like, sometimes I hear her songs or whatever. Like, it's not that I'm not into rap. I just don't primarily, I've been out of the music scene for so long. But you hear things, right? And so I think it's just really interesting that, like, I heard about like her losing her parents and like all of these losses, and like apparently like a big social scandal, what have you. Like, do you have your head in the sand? I absolutely do. I like my puzzles and my felt animals and my fuzzy warm blankets. Can we say spectrum? But it was like she thought she could grow something, right? You saw a woman that was like, I'm not like, this is me on stage. I will come and cook for you. Go watch that Thanksgiving, because I didn't. I like, who watches other people like cook Thanksgiving dinner? Oh, y'all. Am I being judgy McJudgerson? A little bit. You're gonna catch me in the morning. This is morning, Mark. This is before I've hit the edibles. Maybe. I did have a morning THC. I'm testing it out. I'm an affiliate. Obviously, it's doing the trick. Um, but yeah, she was in it. She knew. She's a star. We can be stars together. Very good. And like, we're not going to even go, because actually I will tell people that it's like, That's easy, right? Like we're talking about for beginner readers, before, right now, after. Honestly, for my advanced readers or like in between readers, we're going 5 cards. This is what I thought. This is what happened. This is what had happened was in between that happening. This is what's going on right now. This is what, and that's what's going to happen. Again, I do not, when I give a, by the way, this is the only way you're going to be able to comment. When I give a reading, first of all, it will always be like this, eye to eye. You will never, ever, 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 ever get a reading from me that's like, well, first of all, I will never solicit you for one. Secondly, it's very difficult to get me in a reading. I do corporate reads almost strictly right now, or divorces, right? Like I pretty much have a 10-hour minimum, unless you're willing to pay the 180 just to get started. So I don't waste my energy. That's why you don't see me on here doing, like, I have 1,000 videos. I was just wasting energy. That's energy, that's calories, that's money, right? I make things simple. If you want to learn from me, then you can learn from me. If you want to point your finger, I am almost legally blind. So like I would have to put my glass, I had to get really, really close here. You talk a lot. What happened to your teeth? People are really focusing on that. I love that. That's a sexy person. That's a person that I want to interact with, right? That's a person that I want on the daily in my life. I don't know. You get up here. Let me see your teeth. Hmm? Drop your drawers. Let me see what kind of shit stain you have in your fucking pants. I can get fucking down and dirty as you want to, right? Because the type of person that makes that type of comment is the type of person I never want to meet or in my energy. So click the fuck off. Yeah. We're also going to be like going down the Gemini route, right? Like if you want all the Gemini haters, stay tuned. So, man, oh man, I got deer on the bottom here. I'm not going to take that, but let's go ahead and just like after all of this, has she been on that? She said one thing: you cheated on me, motherfucker. And the whole rest of the world went to fucking bat for her. I mean, I think it's a little weird that people are like, I'm going to cheat on my man first in honor. Like, there's no honor in cheating. Like, well, I guess I probably because my Aquarius, my Venus is in Aquarius. Pardon me. Oh, I burp. I burp and I have a chipped tooth. Go fuck yourself. Um, I also shit. I also bleed. Still at 46. Go fucking figure. It's spotty. But like, yeah, you want to go closer because I'll read your filth, but you're not worth my time. But this is how you show up, right? We're gonna talk about character. You want to troll? Go ahead and fucking troll. Like, this is how you were raised. You keyboard warrior. You want a little attention? I'll give you a little attention. Adorbs. I love the kids speak. We're just gonna call it the kids speak. It makes you more relatable. So bigots and trolls beware. I thought I was like, oh, I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna read cards. I'm like, that's fucking a half a slice of salmon to pull cards on you. People think they're so important. No, I don't do any unless you come for me. And honestly, at this point, where are you gonna come for me? Do you hear? I'm out in the goddamn country. Where the fuck am I? Wouldn't you like to know? And the only way that you would know is to slap a GPS on somebody's. Mm-hmm. So, back to Meg the Stallion. Because first of all, not second, no, we're second of all, we're third of all. Yeah, we were in the third part of it. Women on Fire. I'm wondering, now I'm thinking about it because I'm like, I kind of want to go through and then like throw you up to like a VA assistant in the Philippines for $5 an hour, and then go ahead and find out exactly who you are. Or maybe I have friends with you know, PIs that like to trade information. I don't know. I love anybody like come troll me. Come troll me. That sounded dirty. Y'all got me blushing over here. So, where's she at right now? I've gotten the deer and I've gotten the wolf, but I think she learned the lesson. I don't think that he's an evil man because he's biracial. But I will have to say, being a biracial myself, or multiracial, or whatever it is, I stopped dating them. Right? And there's a lot of people that look like me and have the skin tone of me that like totally use it. Totally use it to their, well, you know how they, well, why can they use that? Because there's colorism in the black community. There is colorism in the Latino community. There is colorism in the fucking white community. Hello, why do you think your gingers identify as black? Why do you think there's so many black women that love Irish men? Y'all are so dumb. I swear, like really, like, but you know what, I was too. Right? I was too until I got out of my fucking zip code and out of my church and out of my community and everything like that. Like you think that you know everything, and then you move 30 miles away. Let you be in San Antonio. Is that correct grammar? It is not. And then go to Houston. I think it's interesting because being a regional flight attendant, and I'm talking about regional, I'm talking about 7 flights a day. 7 flights a day. You bitch and moan about going on a plane ride. And I went up and down 14 times in a day. All right? Across, you cannot put a stereo. I want to stab you all. How horrible. You're Christian, you're Texas, you're fucking Maine, you're California, you're this, that, and the other. You all lose your shit when you're on a plane. And then the way you treated me under your stress, because that's who you are, right? After being molested by TSA and being in traffic, and then you just let it out because like there's a woman that's beautiful and lipstick and fucking heels. That was required. What do you want to look at when you get on a plane? Some crazy looking whore that just looked like she fucking walked out of a fucking cardboard box? Like, no, I am trained to make you feel good. And then you judge me from like, hey, the plane's on fire and Osama bin Laden is slitting throats back there. You're in first class and you're the only ones that could possibly help us. But you want me to be like, ah! Like, be the ghetto bitch she is, right? Because that's what your mama fucking taught you? Oh, Mara Macchiato. Come for me. I will read you and your mother to filth. Because I don't read. I'm not a. Am I gonna be famous type of reader? No, I'm like, who fucking done it? Who did it? So let's get back to Meg. I will have to say, because I don't know. It was like, I guess I wouldn't say growing up, but like in the past, you know, again, I don't do a lot of pulp, or I was gonna say pulp culture, Pulp Fiction. You can go look down that route, but it's like Meg and Cardi B and Rihanna. Like these are all like Caribbean, like those are my roots, right? Like I just dig them to dig them, but like I've never really dove deep. Ooh, pardon me. Birds are, yeah. You're gonna encounter a lot of magic. Can I speak magic? I wouldn't say magic, like nature magic, right? Like not magic. I don't. That's not my. style. I don't think that there's anything worth gaining by trying to get it by something that you don't earn, if that makes any sense. Probably doesn't the way that I'm articulating it, but I don't like, nothing feels like it's mine unless I did it myself. I never considered magic. I do apparently have a propensity towards it, or like, I think that's an inheritance thing, whatever. So I can, but that's the thing. That's where I have a problem with it, and we've got to get into ethics here, right? Is like for me, like how do things just, you know what? I stopped trying to control things. I just let things. I let people themselves. I don't try and control them. I understand who I am. I love who I am. Whether you like me or not, that's okay. You are allowed to have your own opinion. The fact that you have such a strong opinion about someone else is like a very telling tale, right? Like even for me, I was just talking to a friend. I was like, I can't stand Candace Owens, but you know what? She shows up every day. I may not like her, but she shows the fuck up every day. So I gotta respect her. I may not like her, but I will respect her. I may not watch her unless it like comes up into something that I'm possibly interested in. If I can't stand her, why would I watch her? Why would I spend I am I've given God, whether you like it or not, I can't help my face. If I want to make it clearer and clean up my diet, or oil wash for fucking 20 years that you haven't seen, and you think that I'm doing magic on it, no, I've been not doing magic on it, and I haven't Botox, and I haven't this, that, and the other. I just got rid of my trauma. Whatever you feel that I am doing, go ahead and feel it. You are allowed to. I had so much jealousy and so much envy because I thought that people had things that I could. You know what? I didn't even think that I could grow this hairline back. I made my own rosemary oil, right? Yeah, I'm a little greasy, but you know what? A greasy face means a fucking healthy face, right? Instead of putting makeup on it 24/7 to look like something that I'm not. There's a time and a place. Right? You got to get down, like things are going to get bad. I don't think you understand what's about to happen to this country. Like we're talking about the bicentennial and this, that, if you think that Donald Trump is not harnessing, we can't be friends. Like astrology and all this other stuff, we cannot be friends. Honestly, if you're that, like, oh God, did she just talk about Capricorn? Did she just bring up, get the fuck off of my channel? Get the fuck off. Seriously. Godliness is next to what? Did God not make planets? Did God, what, who do you think went to whatever? How do you think, I don't know, who got across the ocean without a fucking star map or whatever? Like seriously, if you are not thinking intellectually into the Bible, if you are, do not tell me. If you want to quote the Bible to me, you come here and you show me your fucking freezer. Do you have the pork carnitas? Do you have the fucking cards in your whatever? Do not be a selective sinner, you little bitch. Because I'll come after you. Do you know how many fucking years? Years of what? I don't know. Academic study, other than just being around a bunch of people that were just preaching things to make you believe into the things. And oh, she don't know what she's talking about. Well, I never said I was a prophet. You decided that I thought I was. Get the fuck off my channel. So, back to Megan. Where's she at? Where's she at? Where's she at? Ooh. You love the Ebonics? But then you can't stand that I can actually, like... Mm-hmm. Ooh. Spicy. This will never happen to her again. How old is she? Do you know that the female prefrontal cortex... I think I had that on my notes. The case study. Yeah. Prefrontal cortex of a female, 28 years. Prefrontal cortex of a man, 23 years. Women should not be, and I think she's older than that. I think she's like 35 or something along those lines. But I will tell you, this will never happen to her again. We got the crocodile here, right? This is someone that's learned, getting into that like, I will observe instead of deep diving, using my, you don't need to go to like, honestly, it is, I could honestly go that way if I wanted to, and I don't. I love, and I was never, I say I was never, I guess I was a little bit of a goody two shoes. I'm like, where's my hair bandana? I was annoying. I was a know-it-all. I gave, what do you call it? Not unconstructive, unsolicited advice all the time. And then I just shut the fuck up. Take that as confirmation. Right? Giving out so here's the thing is, you got to realize that when you're dealing with somebody like that, like, it takes time. Crocodile means I'm going to lay and wait. They don't like snap up on you. They gotta like roll up on you. They gotta like figure out how to take you down. If you know anything about alligators, they hunt, right? This is an apex predator. He's an athlete. She's whatever. Right? You gotta know who you're dealing with. And when it really comes down to it, because why does a guy like that cheat on a woman like that? He's trying to humble her. She got a little too big. He's got to play. I don't know. Maybe he got a knee injury. What happens when he's no longer NBA? Right? Did you see the female that he? It's always that. It's always like Camilla. And you're like, how does it, like Lizard the Wiz or Liz the Wizard or what have you? And it's they they played the game, right, until they like, I got her, and then now everybody's all up in there, right? This is how men harvest, and I don't want to go down that TikTok route, but there is definitely, like, when you it's like, I think they call it an black talk or something like that, like the black wife effect. He gets skinnier and he starts dressing better. Like, every female that was with him before was like totally cool with him walking around like a crazy person, because they're like, well, then nobody will want him, because if you up level them, then everybody will want him, and then they could be, oh my, I knew you were coming. You can't come in the house. No, you can't come in the house. I got bird. It's bird talk over here. Oh my god. I almost had a barn owl or like falcon like flying into the house. It's so wild. I can't wait to see like all that's going. Said hi. I know. I talk a lot. Oh, people, free tourism. Like, people are just generally. Well, I thought this was gonna be like 7 minutes. I guess closer to 70. All right, y'all. Thank you for letting me rant and rave. Ta ta for now. Ciao for now.